But that boss is all taken care of. And so, there's only 2 bosses to beat the game. This is the relic. The stone tablet looks suspicious. And if we do this, and do that, I think something can fit inside this den. Jam in the relic. Oh, we don't even have to wait till tomorrow. There's an entrance to the ruins here. The snow ruins are now open. This is the part of the dungeons I don't know that much about. We're going to go a very short bit in here. Very short bit. Because this place is a nightmare. Let me think. So remember how I said we'd probably be using the fire weapon? There are specific weapons that work good here. Fire ones. This place is filled with ice, and it's filled with things like that that need the ice removed. Now, if you're using a fire sword, you don't have to keep repeatedly reusing the switching back and forth between weapons and stuff. But if you don't have that, then you're going to have a problem. Anyway, I'm looking for something in particular. And it might be on the next floor. I'm just kind of looking around a little bit. I have access to a bath too. So, if things get really bad, I still have access to that. But it might be the next floor. But there's a cutscene that occurs somewhere. Okay, it might be further down. That's okay. We'll worry about that later. Giant scorpions and bees as enemies is peak creativity. I mean, considering they reuse the same like enemies in like several different places. It's like, oh no, the bees, but they're bigger. The scorpions, but they're red. You think the red ones would be like the ones used in the other place, but no, they're used here. They're used here. Anyway, I'm just gonna... Let's see... I'll make this, and then I'll make that one weapon. Because I think that's the weapon I'm really going to use for, like, the end game. Unless I really feel like grinding. But I'm pretty sure the Flame Burge, is that it? No, what is it? The Shine Blade. Yeah, so the Flame Burge is the one that I usually use. It's Flame Saber, Gold, and Red Core. This is the one I basically use to beat the game. I'm pretty sure every single game I've played this game with, has used this weapon. Unfortunately, I can't make it yet. But that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on that weapon. So I'm going to have to, like, grind. So I'm going to have to get some more materials. But that's what we'll be working on. We'll be working on that and then like grinding up some stuff. We'll probably save that for like next time. So I have to go up to Iris's anyway. So I'll get some blacksmithing stuff. I think you have to be around level 40 to make that. So I think what I'll do is I will just collect some ore along the way. Like, what are they going? What are they going to do? Hurt me along the way? Like, everything is like level 0 basically compared to me. Like, I could basically hit them in like 1 to 2 shots at this point. And then once we're done with Iris, we will go back. I really should be doing that event with Iris now. I don't know why I haven't. I'm hoping that, like, now that I've done this and I've beaten this should trigger it. I hope. But maybe there's like a time lock on it too, because like I've been doing things really fast. I normally do not have the lava dungeon done by this point. I don't know why I went and tried to water everything. Normally it's like later in the summer season that I have this done. Like, I am going really fast compared to what I normally do. I normally spend a lot more time like trying to grind out all like the cooking tools and stuff like that. Like getting all the upgrades and stuff. But where I'm doing this on stream, I'm just like, well, I better focus more on the farming aspect. I don't have any weapon with me right now. I don't need them though. I'll get this last little bit over here, and then I'm not going to worry about it anymore. There you go, shut up. Okay. But overall, I think this was pretty good. You know, I mean, I guess, like, trying to think. Like, I'm trying to think of when this game came out. This was their first, like, console game. Like, every game before this was for the DS. This was before the 3DS games. I think this was around the same time they released Rune Factory 3 for the DS. It was either before or after the Rune Factory 3. So this was like their first big boy game. This is their first big TV console game. But I think this was before Rune Factory 3, which added a whole bunch of new stuff and concepts. So this is actually really early on in their development. This game was. But it does have like a lot of like kind of generic stuff here. I mean, I don't think they necessarily got rid of all the generic stuff. Like they're still there, but I think they have gotten a little bit more unique over time. There it is, finally! Good evening. I am going to risk death here in a minute. I'm going to risk it. But he doesn't talk to us, he just leaves. And he opens the gate. You have to befriend Iris, and I don't think you actually have to beat the lava ruins, but I think if you beat it in a fast enough time, you can unlock it faster. I think there is like a time limit on this. Maybe it's 2 weeks or so.
Good evening. It's very warm today.
Because I know I have unlocked this door before beating the lava ruins several times. I've passed by a man in front of your house. Do you know him? I've never seen him around town before. Oh, so you met Jelwyn. Jelwyn is a friend of mine. I see, he's not from Trampoly, is he? I don't really know where he's from, but he comes by from time to chat. Joen knows so many things, and he tells me the most interesting stories. I almost forget the time when I'm talking with him. Is that so? He must be a very nice person. Yes, very, very nice. I used to be so lonely singing to myself all the time, but things have become so much better since I met Joen. Raguna, you come by as well now, so I'm not lonely at all anymore. I didn't know you sing, Iris. Would you mind singing for me sometime? Of course! I'll be looking forward to it then. Joen is a dear friend of mine. Oh, but I think you're just as important to me, Raguna. So, I do know her friendship is important, but I do think there is like a time sensitivity thing here. I just don't really know. It could be that she has a heart now. But that's the event I've been trying to trigger. So now we can go further on into Well Island. Now, I don't know if we'll be going into the Fall Island or focusing more on Well Island. There is like a little bit that we need to go through Well Island. But we're not going to dive too deep into that yet. But there is this one single spot I want to unlock. So we're going to do that. And again, you don't have to unlock everything in Will Island yet. But I want to unlock this spot. Because I'm kind of afraid to go any further without like any kind of potions or anything like that. There is a chance I might accidentally hit the poison. I didn't know. But over here is a rock. A rock that can be hit. I'm gonna eat some food just in case. And I'm glad I ate that food. But if we break that rock... we have a shortcut. You know what? I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna take a potion. I'm gonna do this. And I am going to gun it, essentially. I'm gonna gun it. I'm gonna put this here. Because there's a few other areas with like poison stuff everywhere. Actually, I think I have to go through this way. Okay, well, we're gonna take the poison for a little bit. And we're just gonna run through. Because there's a cutscene we need to see. And that way I don't have to come back for a while. And we're gonna go past these fish. And this is a cutscene I want to see. There's another shortcut later down, but we have to go past that tree. That tree that constantly produces fruit that rolls down to the bottom of the tree. We're not going to be dealing with it. You have to go around the fruit as it rolls down the tree. You see that big orange, that big round fruit? It's going to keep constantly dropping down and then spinning around the tree. And I'm not going to deal with that right now because it hurts. You've never seen a rune cluster that big before. We will have to come back to this later. But for right now, it's fine. For right now, it's fine. And, I think, yeah, it is almost midnight. So what I'm going to do, because we have a lot of time left on the stream. Well, we got 30 minutes, but still, quite a bit of time. I'm going to grind. We're going to go to the bathhouse afterwards. And then we're going to go up to the thing at the top of the mountain. We're going to see if we can see that Buffamoo, like, constellation. Because that's the only constellation we've heard about. So we're going to take care of that. And then, I don't really know what I'm going to do next time. I don't know if I'll be grinding in Will Island or in the Fall Dungeon. It'll probably be the Fall Dungeon, honestly. Maybe up at the front. I'll probably need some antidotes. But, it's fine. Let's just do a little bit of this. But since it's already so late anyway, and I'm not going to be fighting any bosses, we will probably not be facing the boss until fall. I will be spending all this season probably preparing for that boss. Because once we face the boss in fall, the boss itself is not the hard part. The boss in the snow ruins is not the hard part. The hard part is getting through that ruins, because you saw everything going on in the ruins, right? The hard part is getting to the boss itself, and then fighting the enemies in there, and then fighting the boss that comes after it.
Good evening.
That's the problem.
Welcome.
That's the issue here. All of that. So I'm not too worried about the boss.
That will be 10 gold.
My concern is getting ready for everything that surrounds it. We will have to get a lot of food for it, though. We will have to get a lot of food, because we do have to use a lot of Rune points to face off against this boss, if I do it that one way.
They got bigger again? I don't really want them to grow anymore. I guess it's the genes. I think I remember Mother's being really large. Maybe they'll get smaller if I massage them. Nah.
Good evening. I feel like my day is just starting now.
Hi, Selfie.
Do you remember how I said
Yes, I remember.
I finally finished the other. I can't.
No comments. None at all. None at all. Anyway, now that we've done that, now that that's all over with, we're gonna take care of the midnight constellation first. They said it was around midnight, so we're gonna take care of that first. And then we will head back home. And we will grind a little bit. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have many items to grind, like the blacksmithing. I'm just gonna have to collect a bunch of scrap iron, unfortunately, to do that. But if I can get to around like level 41, which we're at level 30 right now, so we're getting close already. It'll just be like 10 more levels. I mean, if all else fails, I can literally just grind like some of the smaller weaponry. But I really need the pocket space is the problem. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? But if I have just the pocket space for it, I could just sell like a bunch of swords. Just a whole bunch of weaponry. I hope you're considered a clear night. I see some constellations. Like, the worst that will happen is that I get fatigued or get it cold. But now that I have done the event with Joen, I don't have to talk to Iris anymore. I'm literally done with Iris. Which is great. Let's see, I don't think that is... There we go, okay. I was afraid maybe I skipped it, but no. This is it. This is the Buffamoo. Does that look like a Buffamoo to you? Does that look like a cow to you? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but... is that a Buffamoo? Does that look like a Buffamoo or a buffalo to anybody? Like it does with the drawing on it. But outside of that, I don't know, man. Okay, so cow, yeah, the Buffamoo's basically like the cow. Cow where? very cute. It was a constellation that we saw. But it kind of looked more like a hoof with like a string attached to it. All right. Let's see. Okay. We have some food ingredients. I'm going to get started on some stuff. I'm not going to pick out a specific bachelorette. Instead, what I'm going to do, because like there are a couple of girls I can marry in winter if I time it right. Everybody else is either spring or summer. So I'm going to just try and like woo as many as I possibly can. And just when it gets to like winter or spring, I'm going to be like, all right, we're going to pick one. We're going to pick one and we're going to see if we can get it. Be right back. I'm going to switch to bed. I don't know how I went from feeling amazing to this morning to feeling like dying now. That's all right. You're probably not going to miss that much because I'm literally grinding and then I'm probably going to like end the stream. So like the rest of the stream is just this. So I want to make some baked sweet potatoes too. Oh, can I make baked sweet potatoes? No, I need the upgrade. I probably don't have the recipe either. Unless it's here. Okay, so I will probably... Alright. So we got a pale carp and a carp. We can make that into something. Let's see. Roasted carp. There's a pale carp roast. Okay. Alright, I know what I want to do. I want to switch up the stuff that's in my inventory. Yeah, because I got sashimi in there. But I think sashimi actually does better as gifts. Except maybe for cinnamon. I'm not entirely sure about her. And then I know berry jam is a really good gift. You can also sell it. I know strawberry by itself is a really good gift too. But I'm trying to like figure out a good way to save some space. But I think if I get rid of some of the sashimi, that'll help. Cinnamon might like the just cooked fish in general, but I know Uzuki prefers the sashimi. I don't think cinnamon has like that specific particular desire for like sashimi, but I know Uzuki does. I could be getting them mixed up too. Now Laura loves jam. I think Annette likes the berries. Not Annette. Rosetta. But she also likes baked sweet potato. That's why I've been keeping that. Like, some of these girls are going to get more gifts than others, and that's just because I have the chance to do it. Like, rice is expensive, and it's going to take me a while to build up that much rice. And still got quite a bit of berries, so I can do that. And then, Melody loves the red herbs, so she's like the easiest. And then Eunice likes flowers. Alright. So it is Wednesday. So, I'm going to double save because I like doing that. This month we will be focusing on several different things. We'll be focusing on level grinding. We'll be focusing on trying to get our skills built up. Especially our blacksmithing skills, because I want to get that weapon. And that'll be the weapon that we probably use for the end of the game. I want to earn some money, try to get as many upgrades as possible, specifically for the cooking, lab, and blacksmith. Lab will be the last one. I'm more worried about like the blacksmithing and the cooking areas. I want to try and get all the books that I can, specifically for blacksmithing and crafting and cooking. Don't have to get them all, but like most of them if we can. I would like some lab stuff too. And I'm going to start building some relationships up. Like, I know we are basically 2/3 of the way through the main storyline now. But I'm going to try and build some relationships up. We're going to try and marry somebody. And I probably will use it as an excuse to try and beat the last, like, secret boss. But I will try to seduce somebody, okay? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know if P-Ditch ever came back. But I'm gonna be taking a break for the rest of this week and working on stuff off stream. I've caught up on almost everything, which is great. But there's some stuff that I've been wanting to work on off stream in preparation for like next month and other things. I really want to just like get ahead now that I have caught up. So, and I'm just planning out things for like later. But yeah, I'm just really excited. And and again, it's probably going to be a very slow process and stuff. Like again, I have like very limited income, so everything that I'm doing is just very slow. But I'm just trying to plan things out and do things very slowly and like incorporate new things. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed my stuff, I hope you like and follow. You can also follow me on YouTube. I post everything on there. I always cut it into like 30-minute shorts. There's a couple of videos that I've created recently that I've cut into like VODs because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep playing them. It was like the Love Life game and then Lakeburg Legacies. Lakeburg I'll probably play again, but I'll probably start as a new save file, and that'll probably be like next year maybe, because I wasn't even planning on playing it this year. But those two games I'll probably just leave as a full-on VOD, but I have them separated into their own separate games. So I do plan on making them full VODs. But everything else is usually like 30 minutes. Just every so often, if it's like a shorter game that I don't plan on really playing much or going back to for a long time, I probably won't do into 30-minute chunks. So yeah, I kind of rambled there. I'm sorry, I do it sometimes. But I hope you all have a good day. I hope you have a good rest of your week. If you are still in the snow like I am, I hope you are staying safe. I hope you are doing safe and staying warm and keeping out of the cold as much as possible. But until then, I hope to see you again soon. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.